Alrighty, welcome everyone. So we're just kicking things off tonight, and both sides, Baby Shark and the Busaders, are going to be losing a few bans here because they are both using an E-sub, and I think, yeah, Busaders is actually using 2 E-subs in the support and mid roles, and Baby Shark is using 1 in the top lane role. I gave them the option of not losing their bans because both sides are using E-subs, but they decided to keep the loss of bans anyway. So both sides are just going to lose their first 2 bans, I believe, and I think that's going to be it. Unless I misunderstood them. Alrighty, so now we're getting into the first round of picks here. Shyvana being picked up by Busaders, and Baby Shark gonna follow that up with a Scion and a Thresh pick. So we're actually going to see a Lulu. This is not a very common pick nowadays, but a selection that I believe is for Kristen in the bot lane, and it's a champion that she feels comfortable on. And I think in the past she's played it when she was subbing for another team. I can't remember, but I believe last season she served as a sub for another team and sometimes would come in and play support. And I think she actually played for the Riddle Raiders as well back in season 4, I believe, or season 3. So definitely a friend of the Busaders.
But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired.
And this game, if you're just joining us, is between Baby Shark and the Busaders, and it definitely does have playoff implications, despite the fact that Busaders is solidly sitting in 10th place now. it will have impacts for how Baby Shark end up finishing the season. If they are able to pull out a win here tonight, they should be at least able to claim a 3rd seed going into playoffs. And their final placement is going to be contingent on how EHA 5 do, if that is the case. If they manage to win this series 2-1, then they would need Sentinels to at least drop a game versus their opponent tonight in order to claim 3rd place. And Sentinels does have a very good matchup tonight. They're playing versus Bad Boys, so it is possible that they will drop a game to Bad Boys, and it's also possible that they struggle versus Bad Boys as well. So Baby Shark definitely wants to make sure that they put any doubt away and picks up the 2-0 here tonight, because if they don't, then they are risking their chances of holding on to the final 3rd place spot, or even worse, potentially dropping all the way to 5th place. And the final scenario, of course, is that if Baby Shark does lose this game, then they will fall to 5-4, and they will put themselves at the mercy of how Sentinels and Bad Boys do. In that case, they will likely claim 4th spot, because the 4th and 5th place seeds right now are going to be playing each other tonight for the last game. But that's not a position they want to put themselves in. And if things fall into place, they could actually move all the way down to 5th place if, for example, Bad Boys wins that series 2-1, allowing Sentinels to, I believe they would, well, yeah, I'm not actually sure. I think Baby Shark actually, the lowest they can get is actually 4th place, because it's going to be impossible for both Sentinels and Bad Boys to pass Baby Shark at the same time. But I'm not sure on the math about that. And I definitely don't expect Baby Shark to drop this series 2-0, but it could happen, we never know. And of course, the other series, the 3rd series of the night, is EHA 5 versus Vortex. And Vortex claimed their 6th seed last night due to the fact that GT Not Canon lost their final series. So Vortex has solidly claimed their spot in the playoffs, and they are assured that 6th place seed because they can't pass mathematically any of the other teams at the moment. But in any case, EHA 5, if they are able to pull away a 2-0 tonight versus Vortex, then they will claim that 2nd place seed. And anything less will put them in jeopardy of losing their 2nd place seed, which is the seed that gives the 1st round bye. So just some things to take into consideration. A lot of complexity and a lot of possible scenarios that can shake out, because really any of these teams 2nd through 5th place right now are going to be able to possibly pick up a 1st round bye given tonight's results. And getting back into this game now, we see that LeBlanc was picked up last rotation for the Busaders along with Hecarim as well. So Busaders opting not to ban anything because they are using 2 E subs, but I don't think they had to do that. This was their first time using an E sub this season, so they could have just banned, or they could have just avoided 2 bans and then banned the final 3, but they, I guess, decided to just forego all bans. And final picks for Baby Shark were Talia and Cassidy as well. And it is always interesting to see which side each team selects, and Busaders actually had side selection in this game. They decided to take blue side, and I just realized I have to change my slides. My overlay is a little bit incorrect, but I can get to that right now. Might be away for a few seconds doing that.
To Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn."
Okay, so I got that figured out. We have Busaders tonight on the blue side. Baby Shark going to be taking red side. And yeah, we have a nice little matchup tonight. A few E-subs being put into play here for both teams. Killer Z in the mid lane and Spooky Kristen in the support role for Busaders on their debut for Season 6. And Rolling Only filling in as an E-sub in the top lane for Baby Shark. His Season 6 debut as well. This is the last day of the season as well, so definitely a situation where they have to play these games. They can't really delay any longer, so they need to put in players that they might not be able to say are their first choice, but it's sort of a burden of necessity. And definitely a common thing with the last few days of P-Cup where games need to happen, and if they don't, then they just sort of don't help either team. They just count as forfeits, so might as well get these games in. Mighty Me taking a pretty rough trade there in the mid lane versus the LeBlanc. After the Giant and Rhino actually hitting level 2 here first, and they're going to zone off. Spooky Kristen actually getting hooked in here. She's going to have to burn the heal. The Ignite goes down. That's first blood going over after the Giant. So a little bit disrespectful from Spooky Kristen this time around. Stepping a little bit too far forward. Not even able to burn the flash as well because Afro was quick enough with the Ignite and the Fillet. Rolling Oli taking a bit of a trade here. Fugnuggler gonna interrupt that charged Q. Both of them actually ending up fairly low after that exchange. We're actually gonna see Talia walking up in the top lane here. Overrate gets the slow with the red buff, and that's gonna be a dead Fugnuggler on the Hecarim. So electrocute proccing there from Overrate. Finish off that kill. Lulu gets hooked in again, but this time she's under the safety of her turret. We're going to see Fugnugger teleporting back into top lane, try to get some relief with a few more minions, perhaps. But his wave is pretty far away from his turret. So this is a possible re-gank in the top lane at the moment. Definitely a difficult situation that the Busaders top laner is currently in. Killer's going in. He's going to get that ignite down. Mighty Mead taken really low. And it's going to be a trade kill for the pair of them. And we can see that lane actually is going to freeze in the favor of Killer Z. So it could be pretty opportune for him. Trading kills like that in the mid lane usually going to work out for LeBlanc because her item spikes are earlier. So it could be a worthwhile trade for Killer Z, at least in the short term. Caston was able to complete his tier though, so that is a decent back timing for him. We're going to see in the mid lane here, Killer Z has a nice position in the lane. It's fairly safe, not that LeBlanc needs any additional safety. But it's going to put Caston in a very strange position. He's not going to want to walk up. And actually the minions do pull eventually under LeBlanc's turret, so it's going to eventually push out. So Caston should be able to get some extra CS. But LeBlanc catching up a little bit in CS here because of that wave positioning. It's a nice trade there. Still though, fairly even in the mid lane. Caston should be able to catch up after this wave hits his turret. Thresh actually going to hook in Kristen here. She has both summoners. Is she going to use them? Yes, she is. Afro the Giant without Ignite, but is he going to be able to finish this off? Rhino flashing forward. He's going to take Kristen really low, and he's going to finally finish her off. Kristen turning around there to Ignite, or excuse me, Exhaust does cost her life, and Bout to Bust also going down. So 1 kill for Sivir, 1 kill for Talia in the bot lane here. After the Giant getting first blood as well means they have a lot of gold that they can spend on this next back. And Sivir should be able to pick up her BF sword here. And Thresh should be able to complete his Moby boots if he does decide to take those, and it looks like he's going to do that. Oh, we're going to actually see Overrate coming into the mid lane here. He's going to take Killers really low. That Silence going to almost kill Killer. And Overrate flashing forward, going to finish him off with the Seismic, or the Final Fu Q there. The Threaded Volley, I should call it. And Shyvana, in the meantime, hasn't really showed up to any lanes, and she's spent the time solely farming her camps, and she's accumulated a bit of a lead in terms of CS now, but obviously I think Talia's had the stronger early game. Oh, Kristen gets hooked for I think about the 5th time, and she's going to die for the 3rd. And Bout to Bust, really feeling the pressure here now of what have been a lot of time where his support has been absent from the lane. And it hasn't been good for them. Shyvana walking into 3 members here. She has ult, gonna get 3 of them, but I don't think she expected all 3 of them to be in that bush. And Rhino's gonna get that killing spree going. 3 kills for Rhino. And KDA Fangirl under turret here, but Afro's gonna finish her off. And that's a red buff Afro, and he's gonna slowly knock down that turret with the help from Rhino and Overrate. Killer Z taking a lot of aggressive trades here, despite the fact that maybe he should think about not doing so, but it seems like he's having a bit of fun seeing how much damage he can do to Mead here. Overrate gonna be stealing away this Raptor camp. And there's no way that Shyvana can contest that. Killer Z taken really low by the Ignite Mighty Meat's gonna finish her off. And this seems really procedural now. The current third place team in the league just handling their business versus this Busaders team, who has definitely struggled throughout the season. It's currently sitting at 1-7. Their only victory coming versus Vortex, I believe, last week. And that was a mainly absent Vortex team who had to use a few subs as well. So Busaders not having the greatest time of things in Prophecy Cup this season, but at least, you know, they were able to hang around for this final series and at least give it their best effort, which is not something we see often from last place teams who usually exit the season early. And the bot laners here, oh, Fugnuggler coming in. That's going to be a nice lantern though from after the Giant, and that's going to save his AD carry. Overrate coming in here with that counter gank, and KDA Fangirl going to go down there. Nice sidestep by Fugnuggler to avoid that hook there. There's not much he can do though. Every lane is pretty far behind at the moment, and the lane swap has not really been kind to anyone here. Killer Z taking really low too. He's not going to really be able to help his top laner anymore, given how low he is, so he's going to recall. In the bot lane, we see Roly Noly already knocking down, or knocking at the door of that inner turret. And since KDA Fangirl is trying to clear this out, it's going to allow Baby Shark to start that Rift Herald up. And it's already down to half health. This is a really strong overrate on the Talia. And even though she's 3-0-3, she actually just has about a 50% kill participation, which indicates just how much fighting there was around the map, especially in bot lane, and how many kills after the Giant and Rhino were able to pick up down there. Overrate gonna pick up that kill on the Bout to Bust. Didn't even want to burn those summoners because he just knew that he was going down. So this should be the second turret of the game. Pretty procedural stuff. Definitely a very one-sided affair so far, and I don't expect that to change anytime soon. Fugnuggler swapping out on the bot side here, trying to look for a pick on the Mighty Meat, and Mighty Meat's taking really low. He's gonna get that fear onto Mighty Meat, and that should be Fugnuggler picking up that kill. So Busaders gets to notch another kill onto the board. That's their second. Maybe showing some signs of hope now. And we're actually going to get a gank into the bot lane here, but Sion, being Sion, going to be able to ult out of that. Killer Z taking really low. Going to have to flash away. Wasn't able to save that flash, even though it looked like he was probably going to be able to get out of there without it. But he wanted to be safe. And this recall doesn't seem like it needs to happen, but... Ooh, Busaders just... They're really far behind, so... Yeah. Busaders giving it the old college strat. Overrate with a nice seismic shove, gonna get Hecarim knocked away from him. Smite does go into the favor of KDA Fangirl there onto the Raptors though. Okay. Busaders not able to get within about the 50 Teemos of the dragon there. Woo! Yeah, this is a rough series for them. That's for sure. Fugner getting slowed by Mighty Mead. Is he going to go down here? Yes, he is. Ooh, man. This struggle's real. Oh, but Afro the Giant might be caught out here. He doesn't have Flash available. And the entire squad of Busaders is going to be here. Take him out. But Kristen not able to escape fast enough. Overrate picks up his 6th kill of the game. Mighty Mead slows down KDA Fangirl. Is KDA Fangirl going to get away? And Killer Z was spotted on that ward there. So Mighty Mead not going to be able to finish off that kill. Rolling Oli just chilling in this bush here, waiting for a member to walk too far forward, perhaps. And just like that, Bats Bust, right on time. Gonna walk a little bit too far forward, but Rolling Oli actually gonna have to run away now that Spooky Kristen is here. Mighty Mead get the slow on to KDA Fangirl. Fugnuggler gonna get hooked by Afro. And Rhino's here with all the damage. He's going to get those boomerang procs with the W. And it's going to be a double kill. Overrate taking a few kills away from his AD carry again. Those looked like they were very much assured kills. But Overrate finishes them off. Gets the double kill. And only a matter of time now before we see this game finish off. I think Busaders might think about taking the FF, but you never know. Is a 9k gold advantage now for Baby Shark. Magi's Soul Stealer actually completed by Overrate now. He doesn't seem like he's under any threat of dying soon, so that should pay off for him. 10 stacks from the Darksteel onto that. Afro the Giant, gonna throw that lantern out, spot 3 members of Busaders. And Caston is just freely pushing top wave. Ooh, Rhino popping the ultimate here. He's going to get a few crits onto Fugnugger. That's going to be Rhino taking him down. This time he grabs the kill. So, no kill stealing now. And Baby Shark's going to grab that bottom lane inner turret as well. KDA Fangirl popping the ultimate just for a little bit of showiness, I suppose. Definitely not trying too hard now. This one's pretty much in the books. Mighty Mead 2 levels up on Killer Z. Gonna meet her. And just gonna rift walk away. Rhino steadily chipping away at the turret. Nice ultimate from Overrate. Gonna cut off the members of Busaders, force them into an awkward position here. They're actually all grouped up on this side of the lane, but no engage. Slow and steady from Baby Shark. They're really making sure that they lock this one up, because if they are able to grab these first 2 games versus Busaders, should mean that they have the best chance possible of grabbing that first round bye. And we saw there Fugnuggler going down before I could even say anything about it. Unfortunate face check there. And it's going to put him in the death chamber for a few more seconds. He has managed to complete his Triforce, but that is definitely a very far behind Hecarim at the moment. And Over8 picked up a couple more Magi stacks off of that assist, so he's currently sitting at 14 stacks. Mighty Meat's sitting here waiting for Spooky Kristen. He gets the kill there, about to bust only level 10 here. Is able to ultimate, but Fangirl can't kill, or Fangirl can't save him, and that Caston's just running wild now. Fugnuggler does he able? Yep, he is able to finish off Mighty Meat there. He'll be dead for 40 seconds. But in the meantime, Baby Shark was able to pick up the Ocean Drake. Excuse me, that is an Infernal Drake for them. They had already picked up that Ocean Drake earlier on in the game. So now they are sitting at 2 Drakes. And it looks like after the Giant Rolling Nully actually sitting in this bush here looking for a face check. Perhaps a poor usage of their time though, as Busaders not really interested in face checking that bush anymore. 4 members down here into the bot lane now. Ooh, Hook actually going to land on the bout to bust. He's going to have to force a flash away there. After the Giant also going to have to flash. He was going to certainly go down there if he didn't. And Hecarim actually able to come back after spending some time in the top lane there with the recall. So there's 5 members here, and this is their time to go. Busaders looking for the engage, but 4v5 is not going to even be enough for them, as Baby Shark's just too far ahead here, and Over8 grabs a couple of kills, and Rhino as well with one of them. So Busaders' last chance there, maybe to make a play happen. Just going to be in vain. Heal being popped there by Rhino. So all that's really left here is for Baby Shark to complete the final push with what should be a pretty easy Baron capture. And we should be getting into game 2 just as soon as that happens. Not really too much to analyze about this game, just a few mistakes from some of the solo lane and bot lane players of Busaders, and really a jungle performance by KDA Fangirl that was just trying to farm as much as possible on the Shyvana. Didn't really want to assist too much in the lanes, and I think Busaders really played a little bit too aggressively given the fact that Shyvana was just farming the jungle for the first few minutes. Ooh, Hook almost landing there on the Killer Z. He's going to be able to distortion away Rhino with that red buff, and after completing Phantom Dancer, it's going to be really strong. And Baron buff this early in the game also very, very strong. We're actually going to say Busaders actually pick up a couple of kills here with a nice ultimate engage from Shyvana, but Sivir does manage to stay alive, and that's going to mean a triple kill for the Rhino. So Busaders putting up a good fight there, but they're just too far behind at the moment. It ends up being a 3 for 3. Oh wow, Fugnuggler doing actually a lot of damage here. He's going to take down Rhino with the help of Spooky Kristen. And that's going to mean a little bit more time that they can buy for themselves. Fugnuggler, with that Trinity Force and having hit level 12 now, does quite a bit of damage. 2 inhibs down for them though, and it's looking like it's going to be a very difficult climb back for them. They do have this Kaiser though, who's at least managed to last this long, I would say, but it's not like she has any items yet, really. Just sitting on that Stormrazor for the time being. That shutdown gold that Fugnogre was able to claim actually gave him about 1,000 gold, so definitely no small matter. About to bust taking this red buff away from Baby Shark, even though it is on her side of the map. And Fangirl actually getting absolutely brilliant up there. Killer Z, gonna have to distortion backwards. He has not had very much impact on this game where it counted. Needed to make that LeBlanc pick work a little bit more in the early game. And Sion actually retained that Baron buff, so they do have Baron minions here for the next few seconds. Actually, they actually have it for the next about 30 seconds, so significant time still on that Baron buff. Yeah, not really the most impressive showing from Busaders this time around. Not the greatest game to watch, but we are going to see an engage from Fugnogre here. He's going to get a few feared there, but it's just really not enough from them. Overrate looking for this final kill on the Fugnogler. Bible thump. Yeah, that's going to be clean ace for Baby Shark. Finishing this one off in 25 minutes. Definitely a one-sided affair for them. But good effort from the Busaders hanging in there in their last series here. And hopefully we get to see a better performance from them in the next game. Maybe a few fun picks. So that's the end screen for you guys. Just taking a look, we see that Overrate maybe having the most impact on the game for his side there, but the bot lane of Baby Shark also completely destroying the other bot lane of Busaders. And that's sort of how they slowly mounted that victory, ultimately coming at 25 minutes. But not a lot to talk about, so we'll get right back into it here. And yeah, hopefully we kick this one off as quickly as possible.
These mortals have awakened the gods of old. We rise from our slumber to reveal our true power. Focus fire. Now to strike.
Alrighty, we're getting into it now. Game 2, Baby Shark versus the Busaders. And I believe Busaders are going to choose to not ban anything again. And I think that Baby Shark, because they're still using an E-sub, gonna miss those first two bans. And if you're just joining us, this does still have playoff implications. Baby Shark will be able to retain their third place spot at the very least if they are able to finish off this series 2-0. And it will give them their best shot at claiming that first round bye, which is what they'll get if they are able to finish second in the standings. Busaders changing it up a little bit. They're going to bring in another emergency sub. In the place of Spooky Kristen, it's going to be a Storm of Ducks, who I have never heard that name before, so I do not know who that is. But it's their Prophecy Cup debut, and I wish them the best of luck because Busaders, they're going to really need it. They had a very difficult first game this series, so hopefully we get a bit more of a close contest this time around. And on the side of Baby Shark, we're actually going to see Astra stepping into the AD carry role, as the Rhino seemed to have had to leave. But other than that, everything's just going to remain the same for Baby Shark. Yeah, not sure who their support is for Busaders, but I can take a look real quick, see what the op.gg is like. And it looks like Storm of Ducks is Plat 5. Looks like he's not really a support main. He generally plays top lane, but who knows? Maybe we'll see some fun picks in the bot lane this time. Alright. One ban for the first round, and it's Aatrox. Scion being locked in here for the Rolling Nolly. He played that last game as well. Fognuggler. See if he takes that Hecarim again. Seems like he likes that pick, but I'd like to see something different. See him play something fun. Maybe something he's never done before. Maybe a Victor or something other crazy pick or something. Gonna see that Kai'Sa being locked in for About to Bust. We saw him play that last game as well. Wasn't able to do too much, but I think a lot of that resulted because of how many times Kristen got caught out. We'll see if this new support is able to stay alive a little bit longer in the laning phase. Akali being picked up here, presumably for the mid laner Killer Z. And yeah, Thresh is open here, so let's see if Afro wants to take that in the support role. We're going to see a Lucian for Asterisk, presumably. And it's actually going to be a Braum now. Nice pairing in the bot lane. We got the Lucian Braum, with a lot of early game potency, and obviously the double shot will be able to proc those concussive blows stacks just that much quicker. Pretty classic pairing. And it looks like Star Duck's actually going to be playing the Tam Kench this game. He does have what I saw, I think, was a few Tam Kench games, so he does have some experience on it. But yeah, sit back and relax, and it's going to be a little bit before we start getting into this game. we're gonna have a few bans being missed here from Busaders because I guess they feel bad enough that they're bringing in 2 E-subs. They want to lose all their bans, I don't know. Or maybe they just misinterpreted the rules. Or who knows, I don't know. Maybe they had an E-sub usage earlier on. This is their second infraction, but as far as I know, this is their first E-sub usage, so I'm not sure why they're not banning anything here. Baby Shark gonna be banning away the Urgot. Taking that off the table from Fugnuggler's champion pool. Afro says his team locked him in Braum. Nice. So maybe Afro's not going to play Braum this game, so maybe we're going to see Afro playing a different position. But if Afro refuses the trade in the champion select, he could certainly veto his team's ability to give that to him, which would be fun to see if he has to play a different champion or one of his own choosing. So what do Baby Shark pick up here, given the fact that Afro doesn't want to play Braum? That's the question. Okay, it's going as planned. I think Talia is going to be locked in for the overrate. And Afro the Giant flashing Aurelian Soul. Riven was actually picked up for Fugnuggler, so we're going to get a little bit of a interesting matchup in the top lane now. But that's definitely a difficult one for Riven. It's going to take a lot of effort. And Darius actually... Darius is going to be picked up by Afro. So we'll see if Darius is actually intended for mid lane, or if he's intending to occupy the mid lane maybe with the Darius pick. I don't know. This is promising to be a bit more interesting than the last game. And a Vladimir for... Who's the Vladimir for? Oh boy. What in the world? Okay. I don't know who the Vladimir's for, but I'm gonna guess it's a Vladimir top lane, and it's a Riven jungle. I don't know. Oh, we're gonna see Darius actually being played by Afro the Giant, I believe, because he refuses to play Braum. Okay, they're actually gonna finally swap at the last minute, and Darius is gonna be the pick for the Mighty Mead this game, and he's taking Ghost and Flash in the mid lane. Just gonna try to run down the mid laner here. Afro the Giant being forced by his team to play Braum this game, and Mighty Mead taking Darius to the mid lane, and it's just gonna run down mid lane. That's gonna be fun to watch. I think I'm just gonna keep the camera. Well, I want to see how Riven clears the jungle, and I want to see how the mid lane goes. We'll see if Darius can actually kill this Vladimir. Vladimir probably gonna be a pretty good pick into the Darius, because he's gonna be able to pull away and generally get away from the Darius who wants to stick onto the Vladimir. But I don't know. I don't think Riven jungle is very good in organized play. So if Talia is able to get an early advantage, then Riven's going to have a difficult time matching those ganks. or even just in general matching the game, 'cause even if Talia just stays even with Riven and farm and pace, just because Talia farms so much quicker than what I think Riven will be able to. Riven should be able to pretty healthfully clear her jungle though with the continual CC from her Qs. So if she gets a good leash, she should be able to stay pretty healthy in the jungle, but not sure how well she'll be able to keep up in farm. Scion lane might be pretty interesting as well. We see if Fugnuggler is able to bully down the Scion on the Akali, but I think for the most part, Roly Noly should have a fairly easy time just farming it away, staying healthy, and Akali only can really bully the Scion when Akali has reached a certain level of experience and item spikes. So ultimately Akali should be able to take over that lane, but it's going to take a little bit of time. And Storm of Ducks coming in here. It's going to be his first game for the Busaders. Yo, thank you very much for the follow. So we'll see if Storm of Ducks can utilize this Tom Kench a little bit more than Kristen was able to utilize that Lulu pick. But spectator delay ticking down now. Almost into this game 2 of Baby Shark versus Busaders. Baby Shark handily taking game 1. I don't think Busaders was really able to knock down more than the outer turrets. Yo, what's up, Dreadfort? Thanks for the follow, man.
Welcome to Summer's
Alright.
Rift.
Overlay all fixed now. We're getting ready to head into this game. Everyone's locking in those first items that they want to buy. Baby Shark going to be looking for a little bit of an invade here. Level 1 walking into the bot lane. River. And they're going to be spotted out by KDA Fangirl, who's going to pop that Q and get away. But we're going to see a little bit of early game vision being acquired. Overrate trying to get that threaded volley to hit onto Storm of Ducks. Storm of Ducks actually walking back forward for a Q. It's going to mean 2 concussive concussive stacks. And the early game vision that Baby Shark acquires on the bot side is going to be matched by some early game vision acquired by Busaders in the top side. Looks like Busaders are content not to drop any wards, so they know where Talia is likely to be starting. It's going to be this red buff. And she'll get some assistance here from Afro and Astrus in the bot lane. Afro taking a few hits from the red buff there to help his jungler out. But Baby Shark does have full vision over where Riven has started. And Riven actually completing that blue buff in fairly decent time. But Talia able to surf around the jungle here. Is going to be able to get up to this top lane Rift Scuttler a little bit more quickly. So she is going to be able to capture that Rift Scuttler in the top side. Astrus and Afro looking for early level 2 here, which they were able to take advantage of last game, but it looks like Storm of Ducks is able to proc a relic stack there, and they are actually going to get that level 2 first. So the bot lane of Busaders staying a bit more safe this time around. Actually, Storm Duff looking for a bit of a trade here. He autos. It's going to proc the stun there from Braum. So burned heal here from Bout to Bust. It does mean they're a little bit healthier though. But you definitely would rather have that summoner spell still in the pocket. KD Fangirl did not know Overweight was over here in the Raptors already, and he popped over the wall. So he gets a little bit of surprise there. We see KDA Fangirl finishing off the last of those Raptors though, and does manage to capture a few more of those than Overweight was able to steal. So it looks like KDA Fangirl is definitely for real with this Riven pick. I still haven't figured out whether KDA Fangirl is Nova Typhoon or not. Because he's not even playing like similar champs to what Nova normally plays, but I think it is Nova. Or it's Nugfugler. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, that's who it is. I think KDA Fangirl is Nugfugler. Mighty Mead getting onto Killer Z here. Killer Z able to pop the Tides of Blood. Still has that Sanguine Pool though, so isn't under any threat there. Mighty Mead has been able to push a bit of an advantage here. Does have a 7 CS lead in mid lane. We haven't been really keeping track of that. I kind of wanted to take a bit of a closer look onto that, but Spectator wanted us to watch bot lane for the first 2 levels. Mighty Mead taking a little bit low. Pings being thrown down to the bot lane. Afro's going to engage here on the Storm Redux. He does have both summoners, but he doesn't know that Overweight's actually here in the side brush. And that's going to be Storm Redux being taken really low, and he's going to go down for first blood. Afro the Giant, about 1 auto attack away from being killed here, is able to proc the Guardian, but that's going to be his death. And double kill for Astrus here. Fugno, we're actually doing a lot of work here in the top lane on the Roly Noly. And he's going to get him really, really low. Does still have a health pot. But Roly Noly should be able to stay alive here. He does still have his shield available. Oh, he pops his shield a little bit early, but he's healing up here off of the corrupting potion. So it's just going to be Roly Noly trying to farm as best he can under turret for the next few minutes. We're actually going to see Killer Z looking for a top lane dive here onto Roly Noly, but I think this is not going to work out as they planned. They're going to have to coordinate this really well because Killer Z is only going to have that Sanguine Pool to get him out. Fugno also taking a few extra turret shots. So he's actually going to take 2 turret shots. This is going to go really poorly now. Killer Z flashing in here. He gets the Ignite off to Roly Noly, and Sanguine Pool actually going to get him out just in time. So he was able to calculate that perfectly, actually, and it does result in the kill for Killer Z, which it looked like it was going to be disastrous for them, but it works out for them. Roly Noly will be able to teleport back if he chooses. We're going to see a bot lane gank here. This is a flash to Storm Redux, and he's going to go down. So nicely played by Afro the Giant to set up them there. It's going to flash the mastery signal. Astra's looking for a bit of extra poke there, but Storm Redux is able to get into the lane after that. Talia looking to complete. Oh, she's actually coming down to the bot lane here. Maybe a gank into bot lane's in store. She pops that ultimate. Gonna get the knock up. About to bust goes down there with the concussive blows stacks. And Stormer Duck's trying to stay alive here. He does get the ignite down on Afro move. Is he gonna, or Afro the Giant, excuse me. He's gonna go down to that ignite. But really well done there by Overrate to utilize that ultimate just as soon as he hit level 6. Gets the gank off, gets 2 kills for his bot lane there. Killer Z is about a level behind, and that's going to be a lot of damage from him. Ooh, knockup going to hit onto Astra's here, but KDA Fangirl going to get kited out by Astra's. Nicely done by him. So Astra's currently able to 1v1 the opposing Riven jungle now. It doesn't mean anything really good for Busaders here. They really need that Riven pick to work out for them if they want to have any chance of winning this game. Mighty Mead getting ganked here by Fugner coming down from the bot lane. Mead's going to have to flash out of here. Is it enough though? Fugner just barely missing that Q. And Mighty Mead just a little bit too fast here, but he does lose both summoner spells. Overrate coming into the mid lane here. He's going to look for the seismic shove. Not going to hit that one, but does put some fear into the eyes of both solo laners for Baby Shark. Or, excuse me, for the Busaders. So, effective gank from Fugler there is going to mean that Darius loses both summoners. And he's back up here in time to look for a gank onto Roly Noly. Roly Noly does have his ultimate, but he's going to get actually interrupted by Fugner's character there. And he's going to have to flash away. Overrate everywhere at the same time. Already in top lane to help out there. Concussive Blow Stacks does proc a Storm of Ducks. He does have a flash available. He's going to have to use it. And just barely going to save his own self there. Roly Noly gets a nice bit of CS there. Fugnuggler has completed that Bilgewater Cutlass in the top lane, so he's hitting that point where he's fairly strong. And we'll see if he's able to finish the Hextech Gunblade now, as he recalls. Not quite, he's just going to buy a couple of Amp Tomes for himself. And a lot of chip damage actually down onto the bot lane turret. It's sitting at about 2/3 or 1/3 health now. And we're actually looking for an engage here. There's going to be a teleport channel about to bust. Oh, Cullen going to finish off about to bust. He was looking like he would stay alive there. Fugnuggler is here. Going to get hit by the seismic shove. Astra's actually, oh my gosh, he stays alive by eating over the wall there. Riven does finishing off him off with an ultimate. But that costs Riven's life there too, so Astra's buying a ton of time for his team there, just based off of his ability to stay alive a little bit longer there. He does get taken down for a shutdown, but that does mean his team is able to completely obliterate the side of Busaders. And that's also going to mean Roly Noly is going to be able to take this top lane turret eventually. I think he gets to this next wave. Oh. Yeah. Oh, he's actually going to recall here. This is actually what could be a very smart move from him, because it's going to allow this minion wave to die to the turret. But it is going to go down in the top lane. So he shares that gold though. No local gold for him. I'm not sure what those pings were in the mid lane. I think there was a bit of a strange play. Must have happened. It looks like Baby Shark were spam pinging question marks though in the mid lane. Yeah, Afro knows that his team is quite in commanding lead here. It doesn't look like Busaders has any chance really of coming back into this one either. It's going to take a monumental throw of some sort. Overrate cutting off the bot lane of Busaders there. Didn't really have to do that though. A bit of a dance contest in the bot lane here. There goes Roly Noly. So Scion, well-renowned champion for not only his tankiness, but his ability to run away when the entire team tries to dive you in top lane. Oh, but he's ultimately here. Fugnover gets in there. Rolling Noly doesn't have flash available. Challenging Smite gets thrown down by KDA Fangirl, and he's gonna ultimate Rolling Noly to death. Rolling Noly does try to get a few extra CS, but not quite able to. He does eventually go down. Well, I guess if you can't beat the Baby Shark bot lane, you just have to roam to other lanes. That's what Busaders are thinking here. But in the meantime, Baby Shark was able to pick up a lot of extra CS in the bot lane here. Had a lot of time alone here. And I'm sure that Busaders thinks that they reset because they've spent a lot of time down here. Lucian's sitting at 1670 gold, but this is going to surprise Killer Z. Concussive Stack's going to get popped. He does have Sanguine Pool still available. Going to pop the ultimate. Asterisk running forward with that Relentless Pursuit. Going to pop the cooling, but it's not going to be quite enough. And a hearty laugh from After the Giant as they walk away. So Starner Duck saving his mid laner there on the Tamkench. Lots of tempo advantage though. For Baby Shark, they're going to be able to complete this Rift Herald. Ooh, KD Fangirl was looking for a gank in the mid lane, but he's just going to bite off a little bit more than he can chew with 3 members of Baby Shark here waiting in the wings. Rift Herald going to be summoned by Overrate. Ooh, Seismic Shove does hit onto Killer Z. That's going to force him to Sanguine Pull away, and he is taken down to about 2/3 health. They are trying to take away this Rift Herald, and they do effectively kill it. That mid lane turret sitting at about 10% though of its HP. Overrate is on a control ward here. He should be able to pop up, about to bust. He gets the Seismic Shove almost down. Nope, not in time. Threaded Volley was not enough to kill about to bust there. But he will be able to take this blue buff away from Riven. Take away some vision as well. They have complete control over bot side of the map now. We have a dragon spawning as well in about a minute. And Riven should know that someone's here, but she still wants to do the Gromp anyway. Gets stunned and gonna get autoed to death by Overrate with that red buff. So definitely not as one-sided as game 1 was, but this is still a 5k gold lead for Baby Shark. They had about a 9k gold lead at this point in the last game. Actually, they had a 9k gold lead even earlier. They had it about 12 minutes into the game, I think. But this time, we see a little bit difference. We see that Busaders have a little bit more of a chance here. And Fugnogler actually could have looked for a kill there, I think, on the Mighty Mead. And he's going to actually look for it now. Mighty Mead flashing into him. Going to get that ultimate off. Actually going to kill off Fugnogler. However, we are going to see Asher's forced to flash away here. About to bust, going back in. Looking for that final kill. Final last hit, but it's going to be finished off by Killer Z. Oh, actually, Overrate is in here. He's going to be able to ultimate down in here. Takes the ultimate in. Trying to save his support. Afro going to big taken down, though. Overrate trying to finish him off with the threaded volley. I think Storm Redux will be able to save his mid laner, but will he go down instead? He has to pop the shield here and the flash to get away. So a 2-for-1 there. Busaders getting the best of that trade. Overrate wants more though. Can he get the seismic shove? Sangling Pool saves Killer Z, and that's going to be a shutdown. Killer Z shutting down the massive Talia there. So Overrate really wanting that kill, ends up dead himself. But I don't blame him for feeling like he can kill everything right now. It's really far ahead. Oh, Mighty Maid gonna miss the apprehend there. This is gonna allow Baby Shark, or excuse me, Busaders to shut him down. So shutdown goes over to Busaders there. Riven was able to capture that shutdown gold. Oh man.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
And about to bust Fug Lungler, knock down mid lane turret there. They share that bounty gold. We were able to see Astrus and Afro the Giant though take down. Oh, we're actually going to see an ultimate. About to bust going to walk by that Death Brush. And he's in a bit of a weird spot now because he's got Lucian on his side. Roly Noly on his north. Fug Lungler going to get stunned up there by concussive blows. This is a 4-on-3 that's turned into a 3-on-3, and now it's a 2-on-3. Fug Lungler and company losing lots of members. Busaders trying to do their best though. They're trying to fight this at a 4k deficit, and Overrate's just too strong now. He's into this fight, gets 1 kill. Got to cut off the Tam Kench and the Vladimir as well. That threaded volley went backwards, unfortunately, but concussive blow is going to knock onto Storm of Ducks, and he goes down. Last remaining member for Busaders is Killer Z. We are going to see About to Bust respawning though, so should be able to defend this turret. Actually going to hit that Void Seeker onto Afro the Giant. Fug Lungler's alive as well. Roly the Noly going to sacrifice himself for a bit of extra turret damage. And that turret sitting at about maybe 300, 400 health. Oh! Mighty Mead missing the apprehend again. I think he's thinking like it's a Thresh Flay or something. I remember I used to do that all the time with Darius, but he does manage to pick up that red buff. Baron is live now, so this is an objective that both teams have to be thinking about. Ultimately, though, I don't think Baby Shark really needs to take the buff in order to win this game. Oh, Fug Lungler took the Blast Cone over, and he's going to run right into Mighty Mead, who's going to miss that apprehend again. And as soon as Mighty Mead finishes that Spirit Visage, he's going to be extremely tanky versus Fug Lungler and company. Oh, Mighty Mead might be caught out, though. He doesn't have that Storm. Oh, that Spirit Visage finished yet. Afro move flashing forward. Storm Duck's taken extremely low by Mighty Mead. He's going to be finished off by him. Overrate actually getting taken really low by About to Bust, and he's going to be finished off by Killer Z. And this is a bit of a mess now.
Blue team double kill.
Roly Noly still pushing the top lane. Killer Z is going to try to die here to the turret.
Executed.
He does get executed, so well done by him to avoid certain death and deny that shutdown gold.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
But he's going to be dead for the next 30 seconds. That gives Baby Shark all the time here to take down this inhib.
Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Killer Z actually doing really well this game with a good performance on the Vladimir. He's essentially still got that shutdown gold that can't be claimed because the only death he has been an execute death. And he's got 5 kills as well. Rolling Oli flashes away here. And he's got Mighty Mead to help him out here, so... Oh, he's going to stay in the fog of war there and wait for KDA Fangirl to walk into his death. Ooh. Overrate flashing forward there, not having enough damage with the threaded volley though. Asher also flashed forward after he was able to proc the relentless pursuit. Overrate coming back in here, looking for a threaded volley. Smite goes down onto Tamkinch, not going to be able to finish him off. Concussive blows does proc onto Fugnuggler, and he's going to be taken down by Asterisk eventually. Mighty Mead finishes off, about to bust. That should be a Baron if they would like it. Talia looks like she wants to finish off this Ocean Drake first, though. Maybe getting a little bit greedy with their buffs here. They realistically should have just gone and taken the Baron immediately. Oh, KDA Fangirl looking for a kill onto Asterisk. He's going to finish him off. Oh, a bit of support wars here over this control ward. Actually, that's Rolly Noli trying to finish that off. KDA gets a stun here, but he's really low to start out with. He's trying to get out of there, but knockup does hit onto him. He's getting that huge shield every 3 seconds here. But his support's going to go down, pay for that. Oh, we have Fugnar coming in from the side here off of a nice flank by him. Teleport. Killer Z. Still really strong here. Fugnar does get popped, though, by the threaded volley, and this is Baby Shark winning this fight. Killer Z trying to get that huge Braum killed. Riven does kill the... Did I see that correctly? Riven killed Talia somehow. And somehow Alpha the Giant gets out alive. He had like 5 health there for like 3 seconds. But yeah, and he's built Phage now. He just said YOLO. I'm gonna try building Trinity Force on Braun. I guess he wants to have his bit of fun. Oh wow, the base is completely decimated though. They lost both Nexus turrets. If Baby Shark want to, they can finish it at any time, really. Mid lane turret probably gonna fall as well in the inhib area. Okay, it's taken down to 115 health. That should fall very shortly. For the trying to look for this kill on the Riven. His 80 carry's already dead, and that's both bot laners falling. I see Rolly Noli just walking up to the inhib turret in the meantime, though. Knocking down that inhib turret. KDA Fangirl's pretty mad though. He wants to kill this Rolly Noli.
Red team's inhibitors respawning soon.
And as you heard, red side inhibitors gonna respawn here. It's gonna be in the super minions are gonna disappear. And actually, they disappear pretty. They kind of disappear one minion wave early. It's sort of how the mechanic works. But you'd sort of think that this wave would have super minion, because it did spawn before the inhib died. Oh, KDA Fangirl actually has a few items now and does a lot of damage. Who'da thunk? Mighty Me trying to 2v1 here. Hits that Q onto both of them. Is gonna be able to force Bout to Bust to flash away and bleed to death. Ash just wasn't able to get in there in time for the assist. But with just 4 members now, well, both sides have 4 members just at the moment. So we'll see if Baby Shark is able to finish this game off at the moment. KDA Fangirl looks like she wants to look for a fight, but they're not looking for it on the other side. Ash just has recalled in order to clear out top lane. Baby Shark's still not looking for that Baron yet, but they might as well just look for it now. Talia still farming. Has, I think, decided to sell that Medjai's Soul Stealer. I believe someone had the Medjai's on Baby Shark, but I don't see it anymore. I think it was Talia that had it. Oh, flash in from after the giant. Fangirl taken extremely low. The rest of Busaders have showed up in time here. Sion, on the other hand, is looking for a backdoor on the bot side of the map. So Busaders is going to have to finish off this fight as quickly as possible in order to get back into their base. Rolling Oli has actually bought this ZZ portal that's doing a little bit more damage to the structure here. Talia going to take that mid lane inhib as well. If she has the time, that is. Killer Z is actually going to get here in time. Oh, but not in time to save the inhib. And I think that Rolling Noli has accepted his fate. He's going to look for a little bit of extra damage onto the Nexus here, but... flashing. Wait, I think he can actually... If he dies here, I think with the help of his team... His team's not helping him, but I think if his team helps him, they can actually kill the Nexus here. No, it's not going to happen. They're not going to take the risk. But you can see just how much damage Rolling Oli actually did to the Nexus there. Maybe with some help they would have been able to do it, but it's too risky for Baby Shark to risk. Rolling Oli didn't eventually know that he was dead there, so he might as well just go for Nexus damage. So that's kind of the cost that you take by using your ultimate to get forward instead of backwards. Because if he did have his ultimate available there, he probably would have been able to get away. Yeah, a bit of memeing here. Baby Shark playing with their food a little bit. And Fangirl is gonna... Wow, the bleed almost gets her, but she's able to lifesteal and just barely hang alive there. A little bit of lifesteal, a little bit of runes perhaps. That saved her life. This is double super minions coming into the base now, though. And Baby Shark look like they're going to capture Baron, so all they have to do is just walk into the base and they should be able to win this game eventually. Astra's not wanting to help out his team much. Are they really gonna recall? Oh my god, please don't recall. No, don't recall, please. Oh, please just go down mid. Okay. Baby Shark, are you gonna end this game or not? Will there even be an interview? Probably a short one. Yeah, I think we're gonna have an interview. It's gonna be a quick one. Alright. Double supers now. All inhibs down. No Nexus turrets. Baby Shark up Baron buff. All they have to do is not die now. Scion's actually finishing the game here. Overrate's gonna add some damage in. That's gonna be GG. Baby Shark captures that final 2-0, their final series of the season, and on the last day of the regular season as well. So that should give them the best possible chance of grabbing the first round bye. And it's all contingent now on how Yeehaw 5 do versus their opponent, which is Vortex. And you can catch that tonight. Hopefully we'll get that streamed as well. But for now, we're going to get a little interview now with at least one member of the Baby Shark. Yeah, and let me know if you guys want me to interview anyone in particular. I think we might actually just bring in most of the Baby Shark members here, have a little chat with them. Okay, Afra says Astrus me. Okay, well, we can do the bot lane of Baby Shark.
Oh.
Yo, welcome guys. Congrats on your victory tonight. Clean 2-0 versus the Busaders. So how does it feel finishing off the regular season with a 6-3 record?
It should have been less, second number. But we're inters.
It's feeling pretty good.
Nice, nice. So you're feeling pretty good going into playoffs here. Yeah, who do you guys think you want to see as your first matchup?
Anyone except Sad Boys, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can beat any of them. Because we, hard trolled. What is it, last week? Is it Thursday? And then we lost to Vaughn's team week 1, and that didn't count.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other team other than Sad Boys that were. Well, I'm a sub player, but the rest of the team too. There's no one really scared of anybody except Sad Boys. So, and even then, we're not really scared of them. There's no
Just
reason to do against
it's
them.
a respect thing.
Yeah.
We didn't know what to do against them 3 days ago, but we figured it out.
Right on, right on. So it seems like the story for Baby Shark this season has been a little bit of struggles in the beginning, but as time goes on, you guys kind of figured out how to play with one another. What sort of stuff can you attribute to that improvement over time?
Hamilton. A lot of it. Besides the fact that he's a nutso player, he's actually just a good voice. Because if Overrate loses, he gets very tilted. And he's not a fun man to talk to. But Hamilton's the nice, cool we need.
You see a lot of problems that Overrate and Hamlet had before on other teams that didn't have good players on the side, and now they have a top player that can just take damage and play a tank, and then either AD carry can play bot lane and most likely win and support the god tier players. So, they actually have a supporting cast now to play with.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense for sure. Yeah, so thank you guys for the short interview. We got 2 more games tonight that kind of decide your fate. Are you guys looking forward to watching those teams kick it off, or do you think you're gonna?
I'm praying for Vortex. But then again, if you really think about it, those games that we just played, Yeehaw lost to that team.
Yeah, they're.
Oh yeah.
So
you mean Vortex?
I'm thinking Vortex.
Yeah.
Vortex can definitely win, so I'm happy.
Oh,
Good.
Vortex. Oh, my bad, Yeehaw. I'm sorry for shit talking.
Yeah, Vortex lost to the Busaders
Damn,
last
my
week.
hopes just got really bad then.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. I think if Vortex at least win one game, you guys will be tied in the standings, and I'm not sure what you guys did versus Yeehaw 5, but that would
We
be
beat
the
'em.
time. Oh, you beat
We
them?
beat them.
Yeah, we
Okay.
beat him 2-1.
So I think that you guys are essentially just rooting for Vortex to win at least one game. So
Yeah,
that's good for you guys.
I'm praying.
Yeah, so congrats on finishing off the season with a pretty impressive record, and thanks for interviewing tonight. Do you guys have any more last-minute shout-outs for anyone?
I'll miss you, Fug. I love you. Good season.
Vaughn, you're my #1 supporter, and I hope I fight you in finals.
All right, nice. Throwing down the gauntlet. Maybe we'll see that Baby Shark versus Sad Boys matchup in the finals. But for now, I'm gonna sign off, end the VOD here, and I might be kicking it back up in about 15 minutes for the next game of the night. So thank you everyone for joining me. If you're signing off for the night as well, have a good one, and make sure to check back if you're staying around tonight for the next matchup in about 15 minutes. So thank you very much. Good night.